So my name is Terry Gambill. My wife's name is Clara Baker. We've been working on motorcycles together for 30 some years. My wife is a Motor Maid. She has an '02 Road King that she bought new and that has 186,000 miles on it. So we have, over the last 30 or 40 years, we've ridden across the country from Key West to Fairbanks and from coast to coast. And as part of our hobby, we have been restoring mostly Panhead motorcycles. So my wife and I have been going to swap meets for over 30 years. My wife's a mechanic and a welder. I'm a mechanic pretty much, or I find my way around things. And over that 30-year time, we acquired bits and pieces for here or there. We would buy a project bike and it would come with some extra parts. It seems like every project bike had parts left over. We once bought a 1965 Harley basket case, and not only were there 65 Harley parts, but there were Harley Sportster parts, there were John Deere tractor parts. There's quite an assortment in with that collection of parts that we bought on that bike, which we completed about 15 years ago. So we were looking around at this pile of parts and we said, you know, we probably have enough stuff to build a bike. And so we just started. So the thing that's interesting about this project, and that also kind of made it a little bit of a challenge, the frame is a 1949, the front end is a 1948, the engine is a 1956, the transmission is a 1950 that we converted from tank shift to a ratchet top. The rear wheel, one of the things that we wanted on this bike was disc brakes, so the rear wheel is from a '82 shovel head, wheel, axle, disc brake. And on the front end, we bought some parts and made some parts and wound up with a disc brake on a Star Hub front wheel with a caliper from Germany, a master cylinder from Italy, and other pieces, parts as was required. Since we're older, we decided that it would probably be smart to put electric start on the bike, and that in itself was about 3 months worth of project. We bought an electric start kit, but like most aftermarket kits, it kind of fits, but it doesn't really fit. So we had to modify all the bracketing and everything for the electric start. And as part of that, we put a belt drive primary on it, but we put the kind of belt drive primary that we could put behind the original tin Panhead cover. So if you look at the bike, you can't tell it has a belt drive primary, and you can't really tell it has a starter, but we have it hidden in there. And it runs and rides. It's small, it's light, it's fun. It's a fun bike. So it took us about a year to do the project. Now we have to find our next project.
Yeah, your wife Clara is one of my heroes. She knows that, but it's very hard to get her on camera. she seems to want nothing to do with it.
She's pretty shy.
She's amazing.
She does not like. She will not say anything about herself, and she doesn't like other people when they talk about her. You know, I mean, she'll go to a Motor Maid meeting, and one of the gals in the district will say, well, Clara does this and Clara does that, and people say, she never says anything about that.
I hope she doesn't beat me up when she sees this video, because I'm a little bit afraid of her also. I am a little bit, always been.
You guys are too smart.
Clara's one of the few women that has an iron butt certificate. In order to be in the iron butt, you have to ride, at a minimum, you have to ride 1,000 miles in 24 hours.
Yeah, I've never done that in my life. No way. Not even close. Like I said, Claire's my hero.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Not just shut up. Shut the fuck up. You know what to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.